Everything in Heartland Season 19 has been building to a turning point, and Episode 10 looks like the moment where every storyline finally collides. The trailer may be short, but the tension hidden in those few seconds says one thing clearly: something big is coming to the Heartland Ranch. And it may change everything for Amy, Jack, and the entire family. If you thought the last episodes were emotional, Episode 10 seems ready to raise the stakes in a way fans have been waiting for all season. Season 19 has taken the Heartland story in a direction that feels both familiar and fresh. From the very first episode, the show made it clear that Amy is stepping into a new phase of her life. She is stronger, wiser, and more focused. But that doesn't mean her journey has been easy. The season has challenged her with horses that test her skills and people who test her patience. Each episode has pushed her to think differently, trust herself more, and face problems she once would have avoided. Her path this season shows growth, healing, and the quiet strength that fans love about her. At the same time, Lou has been carrying her own heavy load. The responsibilities of being a leader, a mother, and a sister have never sat lightly on her shoulders. This season shows her trying to balance everything at once, sometimes successfully, sometimes not. But what makes Lou's story stand out is her determination. Even in moments when doubt gets the better of her, she keeps moving forward. Season 19 has shown her making decisions that could shift the entire future of Heartland. And those choices may play a major role in Episode 10. Jack's storyline has been one of the most emotional parts of this season. He has always been the foundation of the family, the one who holds the ranch together both physically and emotionally. But this season has forced him to look inward, to face old memories and unresolved feelings, moments of silence, long looks across the ranch. And small scenes of reflection have revealed a deeper struggle beneath his calm surface. Jack has always been the protector, but this season suggests he may need a bit of protecting too. His emotional journey is likely to hit a new peak in Episode 10. The rest of the family has also stepped into important roles. Whether it's Georgie returning to handle unfinished business, or Katie trying to understand her place in a world that constantly changes around her, each character has contributed to the season's growing tension. Every storyline feels like a thread being pulled tighter and tighter. Now, as we approach Episode 10, those threads feel ready to snap or tie together in a powerful way. With all these stories unfolding, Season 19 has set the stage for an episode that could shift character paths, reveal hidden emotions, and bring new challenges to the ranch. And based on the tone of the trailer, Episode 10 seems ready to bring all of this forward at once. The first moment of the episode, 10 trailer instantly sets a serious tone. We see the Heartland Ranch shown in a calm, early morning light. But something about the silence feels different this time. It's the kind of quiet that makes you sense change in the air. The sun is rising, the horses are still, and the wind feels heavy. This peaceful moment doesn't last long because the next shot hints at tension waiting below the surface. It's the sort of opening that tells you this episode is going to dig deeper than usual. The trailer then moves to Amy, who appears focused and unsettled at the same time. The camera shows her standing near a horse that seems anxious, almost as if it senses something coming before anyone else does. Amy's face carries a mix of worry and determination, and that expression alone suggests that Episode 10 will test her in ways she hasn't been tested this season. It's not just about solving a problem with a horse. It feels like she's preparing herself for an emotional challenge too. The way she gently reaches toward the horse, as if trying to calm both the animal and herself, adds a layer of quiet tension to the moment. We then see Jack in a brief but powerful scene. He's outside the barn, looking off into the distance with eyes that seem weighed down by old memories. The trailer doesn't reveal what he's thinking about, but the expression on his face says a lot. It looks like something from his past, or something going on right now, is pulling at him harder than usual. Jack rarely shows fear, but here he looks like a man dealing with a truth he can't ignore. The trailer gives us only a few seconds of him, but those seconds feel heavy. Lou appears in the next shot, walking quickly across the ranch with a determined look. Her steps are sharp, her expression serious. and the urgency in her movement suggests that something important needs her attention. The trailer doesn't explain what she's rushing toward, but it clearly hints that she has a decision to make, one that might affect not just her, but the whole family. Lou's moments in the trailer feel fast, intense, and full of pressure. A later scene flashes a surprising moment: a truck pulling into the ranch, kicking up dust as it stops. The trailer shows only the door opening, but doesn't reveal the person getting out. This kind of hidden detail is exactly how Heartland builds suspense. It could be someone familiar, someone unexpected, or someone bringing news the family isn't ready for. That brief shot alone adds a mystery that fans will be talking about until the episode airs, and just before the trailer ends, there is a final quick montage: Amy looking startled, Jack turning sharply as if he heard something, Lou placing her hand on her chest like she's bracing for impact. The music rises, the screen cuts to black, and that's it. The trailer doesn't give answers. It gives questions. And those questions are exactly what make episode 10 feel so important. Episode 10 feels like it's standing at the center of the entire season. Almost like the point where everything that has been building finally breaks open. The trailer doesn't reveal much, but the mood, the expressions, the timing of the shots suggests that the story is heading toward a moment of truth. Each character seems to be carrying something heavy, and episode 10 might be the place where those hidden pressures finally rise to the surface. Let's start with Amy's possible storyline. The way she looks at the troubled horse in the trailer suggests this isn't just another training session. There's an emotional weight behind her eyes. It's almost like she's dealing with something personal while trying to help the animal. Amy has always used her work to heal her own heart, so this might be one of those times where a horse mirrors her inner world. Maybe she's struggling with a fear she hasn't admitted yet, or maybe this challenge brings back memories she thought she had moved past. Either way, it feels like episode 10 will push her emotionally, forcing her to confront something she has avoided facing. Jack's story seems to be just as intense, but in a quieter way. His moment of staring into the distance in the trailer suggests that episode 10 may focus on the weight of time, family, and the ranch's legacy. Jack is the kind of character who carries his pain alone, but this season has hinted at old wounds resurfacing. Episode 10 might reveal what's been troubling him, or it might place him in a situation where he must choose between protecting others and protecting himself. There is a sense of reflection in his scenes, almost like he's preparing for a difficult conversation or an unexpected shift in the family. Lou's storyline could be the one that creates the biggest shift. Her fast, urgent steps in the trailer hint at a decision that can no longer be delayed. It might be connected to her job, the ranch, or a personal relationship, but it's clear she's at a crossroads. Episode 10 may force her to choose between two paths, and whichever she picks could change her future. Lou often tries to carry everything on her shoulders, but episode 10 might push her to accept that not every burden belongs to her. The mysterious truck arriving at the ranch could be the turning point that ties all the storylines together. A new visitor or unexpected news could shake the family's plans. Maybe it's someone asking for help, or someone returning with unfinished business. This moment could create new problems or reveal truths the family wasn't ready to face. Heartland often uses surprise arrivals to shift the emotional direction of the story, and episode 10 looks like it's preparing one of those moments. With all these pieces coming together, episode 10 may deliver a mix of tension, truth, and emotional discovery. It might not be explosive, but it will be powerful in the quiet. It's a heartfelt way that Heartland is known for. Episode 10 seems ready to shift the spotlight onto the characters in a deeper, more personal way. Every expression shown in the trailer hints at emotional moments waiting beneath the calm surface of Heartland Ranch, while each character plays a part. A few of them stand out as the emotional anchors of this upcoming episode. Amy appears to be at the center of the story once again, but not in the usual confident way. There's a softness in her eyes in the trailer, mixed with a quiet fear she rarely lets anyone see. This suggests that episode 10 might challenge her not through action, but through emotion. She might be forced to face something she's been avoiding, whether it's a memory, a fear, or a feeling she doesn't want to admit. The troubled horse shown beside her might be the mirror of her inner struggle. Amy has always been strong, but in episode 10, she might need strength of a different kind. The courage to let herself feel vulnerable. Jack's presence in the trailer is brief but powerful. His character has always been the steady ground everyone relies on. But this season has shown that even the strongest pillars can crack when old heartaches rise. In the few seconds we see him, there is something different in the way he stands, in the way his eyes look across the ranch. It's the expression of a man carrying a weight he hasn't shared with anyone. Episode 10 might put Jack in a position where he either reveals what's troubling him or faces a moment that forces him to confront his past. This could be one of Jack's most emotional episodes of the season, where his quiet strength becomes the focus. Lou, on the other hand, seems to be heading toward a moment that tests her sense of control. Her fast, almost urgent pace in the trailer hints that she's juggling more than she can comfortably manage. Lou has always tried to hold everything together: the family, the ranch, her work, her relationships. But episode 10 may show the cracks in that balance. She might be pushed to make a choice she has been avoiding, or she may have to admit that she can't fix everything on her own. This episode could reveal a more vulnerable side of Lou, a side she usually hides behind her practical and determined personality. Georgie or Katie may also get a chance to shine if they appear in this episode, especially if the mysterious visitor in the truck is connected to their stories. Georgie could face a moment that tests her determination or reminds her of the goals she left behind. Katie might deal with emotions she hasn't voiced yet, especially with all the changes happening around her. Younger characters often bring unexpected depth to Heartland's emotional moments, and episode 10 might give them space to show that growth overall. Episode 10 feels like an episode where every character stands on the edge of something meaningful. Whether it's Amy's quiet struggle, Jack's heavy reflection, Lou's building pressure, or the younger characters stepping into new emotional territory. This episode seems designed to reveal deeper layers of each person. The heart of Heartland has always been its characters. And episode 10 looks ready to let them shine in ways that feel honest, real, and powerfully human. Episode 10 feels like it's shaping itself around themes that run deeper than anything we've seen so far this season. Heartland has always been a show built on emotions rather than explosions, and episode 10 seems ready to lean fully into that style. The trailer hints at a quiet storm building, not the kind that destroys things, but the kind that forces people to reveal what they've been hiding inside. One of the strongest themes this episode seems ready to explore is healing, but not the easy kind. This is the type of healing that happens when a character finally stops running from their own feelings. Amy's scenes in the trailer point toward a moment where she must confront something she's been carrying silently. Healing doesn't always happen through big speeches. Sometimes it happens in a quiet breath, a long look at the past, or a moment of honesty with yourself. Episode 10 feels like it will give Amy one of those moments. Another theme rising to the surface is family responsibility. The Heartland Ranch has always been a symbol of unity, but this episode might show how even the strongest families can feel stretched when everyone is dealing with their own battles. Lou rushing across the yard hints at the pressure she feels to fix everything. Jack's reflective stare shows the weight of memories that never fully fade. The idea that love comes with responsibility and sometimes overwhelming expectation feels like it will be a major emotional thread. The trailer also suggests a theme of change. Not loud, dramatic change, but the slow kind that sneaks up on you. A new visitor arriving unannounced could shift the entire rhythm of the ranch. Sometimes one person's arrival can stir old wounds, bring unexpected hope, or force people to see things differently. Episode 10 appears, ready to explore how change can be frightening yet necessary. There's also a strong tone of uncertainty running through every shot. The quiet ranch, the intense expressions, sudden moments where characters look startled. All of it builds a feeling that something is coming, and no one is fully prepared for it. This tone is not meant to create fear, but to show how life can shift in a heartbeat. Heartland often balances peace with tension, and episode 10 looks like it will walk that line carefully. Finally, episode 10 seems ready to highlight the theme of personal truth. Every character looks like they are standing at the edge of a personal realization. Whether it's Amy's emotional truth, Jack's inner conflict, Lou's hidden stress, or the younger characters' need for direction, this episode feels like the moment when truth can no longer stay buried. Even without words, the trailer suggests that honesty with yourself and with others will be a key emotional message. Overall, the emotional tone of episode 10 feels steady, deep, and full of the kind of quiet tension Heartland does best. It looks like an episode built on real feelings, honest struggles, and heartfelt moments that stay with viewers long after the screen fades to black. Episode 10 feels like the kind of episode that leaves a mark not just on the characters, but on the fans who have followed Heartland for years. Even though the trailer keeps things quiet and controlled, the energy beneath those short scenes suggests that something meaningful is on the horizon. Fans know that Heartland rarely throws surprises without purpose, and episode 10 seems ready to deliver the kind of emotional shift that stays with viewers long after the credits roll. The biggest impact may come from the way the episode ties together the emotional journeys we've seen all season. Amy's silent battles, Jack's reflective moments, Lou's growing pressure. These storylines have been building slowly, and episode 10 feels like the moment when they all start pointing toward the same direction. Fans have watched these characters grow, struggle, and heal. And episode 10 could be the moment where everything becomes clearer. Not necessarily solved, but understood. And sometimes understanding is the first step toward real change. There is also a strong sense of anticipation around the mysterious truck that arrives in the trailer. Heartland fans are experienced at interpreting clues, and this one mystery alone has sparked dozens of theories. Some think it might be a returning character. Others believe it could be someone bringing news that forces the family to react quickly. Whatever the truth is, fans are expecting this arrival to shift the emotional tone of the episode in a significant way. The unknown can be frightening, but it can also bring hope, and Heartland often dances between those two feelings beautifully. Another reason fans are excited is the emotional weight that episode 10 seems to carry. People don't just watch Heartland for plot twists. They watch it for the quiet, honest moments that feel real. They watch it because the characters remind them of their own families, their own struggles, and their own hopes. Episode 10's trailer captures that feeling with its mix of calm landscapes and tense expressions. Fans sense that this episode will bring the kind of emotional honesty that Heartland does better than almost any other show. Beyond the emotional build-up, viewers are also expecting episode 10 to raise new questions for the rest of the season. Heartland rarely wraps everything up neatly in the middle of a season. Instead, it plants seeds, small hints that grow into bigger storylines as the episodes continue. Episode 10 feels like it will plant some of the most important seeds of Season 19, setting up future conflicts, relationships, or decisions that will shape the season's final stretch. What makes this episode stand out, even before it airs, is the sense that every character is about to reach a turning point. Fans are preparing themselves for emotional moments, heartfelt truths, and possibly even a few shocks. And because Heartland is a show built on real feelings rather than loud drama, viewers know that whatever happens in episode 10 will feel honest and true to the spirit of the series. Episode 10 feels like the emotional center of Season 19. The kind of episode that takes everything the characters have been carrying and places it right in front of them. Even though the trailer gives only a few seconds of actual footage, every frame feels carefully chosen, almost like quiet warnings of what's coming. The ranch looks peaceful, but the characters look shaken, distracted, or deep in their own thoughts. That contrast alone shows that episode 10 is preparing to open doors that the season has only hinted at so far. Amy's journey seems ready to cross into a new emotional stage. The trailer doesn't show any major scenes with her speaking, but the look on her face tells a bigger story than words ever could. It's the look of someone who knows that something important is about to happen, something she can't avoid or control. Fans may see her face a truth she hasn't wanted to admit, or help a horse whose struggle reflects her own. These subtle parallels are what make Heartland powerful, and episode 10 seems ready to lean fully into that storytelling style.